What is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice because that is my nickname. I appreciate you guys for watching this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right about now, as it does help these videos get out to the public and my channel to grow overall. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly, and I'm also every single day if I can, and turn on post notifications too, so you do not miss a single one of those videos that I post. It is only right, you guys. So Odell Beckham Jr. was recently caught celebrating with the LSU Tigers on the field after they recently beat the Clemson Tigers to win a national championship, However, Odell Beckham Jr. was spotted after the game giving money to Joe Burrow and some of the LSU players that actually played in that game. Odell Beckham Jr. was caught giving actual real money to them after the game in celebration, and also later in the locker room while the team was celebrating. Odell Beckham Jr., slapped a cop on the behind, and as a result, Odell Beckham Jr. was issued with an arrest warrant. He was, charged with a battery warrant, and he just overall slapped the cop from behind, on his, actual, B-U-T-T, that's what he did, Now, the reason why he did that was because, the cop was talking to some LSU players who were smoking cigars. He wanted them to stop. I guess Odell Beckham Jr. just kind of wanted to say, hey, let them do their thing, That's what happened. You can go look up the video on YouTube. It's all over Twitter. It's all over YouTube right now. You can't actually tell what Odell Beckham said and what was said between the cop and him. But again, let's just talk about this overall situation and how I feel about things. Listen, I'm not overall super duper mad at Odell Beckham Jr. I'm not. I'm really not. I think personally, deep down, Odell Beckham Jr. had good intentions in his heart. And I say this because Odell Beckham Jr. went to LSU. Odell Beckham Jr. lives and breathes LSU football because that's the team that recruited him. That's the team that he went to school and played college football for, He went to LSU. He's allowed to be on the field and celebrate after LSU wins the game. And I believe that, look, some people said, Odell Beckham Jr., he should not be on the field. He should just let the players celebrate. He shouldn't make it about himself. And listen, I understand Odell Beckham Jr. loves attention. He really does. He loves to be in the mix. He loves his clout, I get that. But Odell Beckham Jr. may never be able to experience this ever again in his entire life. LSU, they may never win another national championship for a long, long time, The SEC is a very tough conference, So I don't have a problem with Odell Beckham Jr. celebrating, and I believe that kids look up to Odell Beckham Jr. that go to LSU. Those wide receivers, Jefferson, Jamar Chase, even Thaddeus Moss, a tight end, they aspire to be like Odell Beckham Jr., who is one of the top wide receivers in football when he's going right. I know he had a down year in Cleveland, but again, we cannot deny that Odell Beckham Jr. is a great talent in the game of football today, right now, at the wide receiver position. And I believe Odell Beckham Jr., he just wasn't thinking. He was in the moment. He said, hey, I'm going to give you this money, all that stuff. I don't think that Odell Beckham Jr.'s intentions were that bad, There have been times in the past where Division I athletes get money secretly off camera via former coaches and former players. It happens all the time. This just so happened to be on a camera on a lot of television streaming services, That's really what it came down to. It just happened to be on camera, So look, Odell Beckham Jr., it's nice that you want to give the players money. I think it's going to go a long way for some of the kids. I actually feel sad that some of the kids may have to give the money back to Odell Beckham Jr. just because the NCAA has really strict rules. I think the NCAA's rules are not great at times. The coaches get paid. These institutions get paid. These kids are not getting paid at all. So I think a couple of dollars, couple $100 here and there from a rich guy like Odell Beckham Jr. would probably go a long way to some of those LSU wide receivers, to maybe Joe Burrow. I don't know. But either way, I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. mean any harm in this regard, But if I'm Odell Beckham Jr., I have to know better. I have to know better in my head because it's not a good look. Odell Beckham Jr., just him and himself is going to draw attention. There's going to be eyes on Odell Beckham Jr. no matter where he goes. And OBJ, if you're going to do this, do it off camera. Don't do it on the field immediately after the game. There are players that get money secretly from guys like this all the time, but it happens off camera. It doesn't happen on the field immediately after a victory where there's a bunch of cameras watching you. Odell Beckham Jr., you have to know better. And if I'm LSU, I'm putting, Odell Beckham Jr. to the side and saying, hey, Odell Beckham Jr., you're a grown-up. You should know better. And again, I'm not ridiculing Odell Beckham Jr. I'm not killing him today. I personally think we're talking about Odell Beckham too much right now, and we're not focusing our time on a guy like Julian Edelman, who's took PEDs in the past and been suspended in the past, and who just recently got arrested. I don't see Julian Edelman on any mainstream media TV shows. All I hear about is Odell Beckham Jr. is about himself. Odell Beckham Jr. wants the clout. Odell Beckham Jr. should not be on the field. All this stuff. Rah, 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 blah, blah, blah. Stop it, people. OBJ had good intentions. He just was not smart. And I don't think it's a great look. He needs to be smarter, but I'm not going to ridicule him for this. I don't believe any players will be ineligible to play because of this. I'm sure that if they need to give the money back, they will give the money back to Odell Beckham Jr. All problems solved. But then Odell Beckham Jr., for whatever reason, in the locker room, while a cop is advising LSU players to stop smoking cigars, he, for whatever reason, decides to slap that cop on his BUTT. And that I cannot forgive Odell Beckham Jr. for. I understand he might just be playing around, but OBJ, you know better. Okay, there's a reason that cop charged you with the battery warrant and the arrest warrant, okay? Now, personally, if I was a cop, I probably wouldn't do it. Again, I don't know what was said between OBJ and the cop. It wasn't an absolute crime what Odell Beckham Jr. did, but again, he had no business slapping the guy on his behind. It just was not smart. You just can't do that. And I don't know what was said or done later. Odell Beckham Jr. could have been chirping some bad things at the cop. I don't know. But OBJ, he strikes me as a guy that just doesn't get it. Okay, OBJ, you are a wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. Be an example. Don't do these things. Do it off camera. Don't slap cops on their BUTT. Don't do it. It's just not professional. It's not a great look. And look, I hate to say this, but I don't think Odell Beckham Jr. gets it. I don't think he knows what it's like to be in a winning environment because he's been on a Giants team that only made the playoffs one time when he was there. Okay, in Cleveland, he's had to deal with a locker room that's just all sorts of messed up, and he's part of the issue here. But if I'm the Cleveland Browns, after this, I'm looking to potentially maybe trade Odell Beckham Jr. The reason why is not necessarily because of his talent or lack thereof talent. He's a very talented player, but at some point, there's just too much baggage. There's just too much. It really is. And I'm a guy that is pro player. I'm pro player mostly 8 or 9 times out of 10. But now Odell Beckham Jr.'s production has slipped. For whatever reason, Odell Beckham Jr. was dropping a lot of passes this year. Odell Beckham Jr. was not the elite wide receiver we've seen in the past. Whether it be play calling, whether it be, Baker Mayfield's inaccuracy, I don't know. But bottom line, Odell Beckham Jr. barely got to 1,000 yards this year, okay? And, there's been things in the past that have come along with Odell Beckham Jr., whether it be a video with girls in hotel rooms with cocaine, whether it be Odell Beckham Jr. saying to the media that the New York Football Giants only get primetime games because of me. Actually, Odell Beckham Jr. knows that is not the case. If you were making these one-handed catches on, let's say, the Buffalo Bills or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you would not be getting all this clout in these highlight reels. That one-handed catch was magnified because you play in a spectacle like New York. The New York Football Giants do not need you for clout and primetime games. Odell Beckham Jr., I understand that you helped Eli Manning, resurrect his career to a certain extent because Eli Manning was absolutely terrible. But let's call it a spade a spade. You did not create the Giants getting primetime games, okay? That's just the reality, okay? They don't need you for the spotlight, okay? You benefited, if anything, Odell Beckham Jr. from the spotlight because New York magnified you. It made you a star, and honestly, I believe that clout got to Odell Beckham Jr.'s head. And also, Odell Beckham Jr., his decision to go on a boat trip a couple days before a playoff game, okay? Why would you do that, okay? Is that really smart? Are you all in on your team as far as the playoffs go? Again, if you go on that boat trip, that's fine. You want to rest with your teammates and go on a little boat trip, a couple days before a playoff game, that's fine. But you better ball out. And Odell Beckham Jr., he was awful in that playoff game. You see where I'm going here? Odell Beckham Jr. not showing up to OTAs in Cleveland, going on ESPN, doing an interview without the New York Football Giants' permission. And, did the New York Football Giants trade Odell Beckham Jr. to Cleveland because he can't play? No. In fact, they paid Odell Beckham Jr. with a contract. The off-the-field issues is what got Odell Beckham Jr. traded. Bottom line, it was just off-the-field antics. He did not fit the New York Football Giants culture. He just didn't. And Dave Gettleman said, I'm done with you. I'm done. I can't deal with Odell Beckham Jr. despite his talent. Despite bringing in a rookie quarterback, Daniel Jones, they decided to move on. And I went back and looked a couple things up regarding Odell Beckham Jr. and his time and stint with the New York Football Giants. And Dave Gettleman had a very interesting quote recently after he traded Odell Beckham Jr. I don't know if it was right before when Odell Beckham Jr. got traded, or I'm assuming it was right after. I didn't look at the dates, but again, this is a very interesting quote by the general manager of the New York Football Giants, Dave Gettleman. He said, I've been to 7 Super Bowls. Every single team had a great locker room. I'm telling you, I've been to 7 of them, and they've all had great locker rooms. Part of the responsibility of a GM is to eliminate distractions, allow players and coaches to coach. And unfortunately, guys have character issues that create distractions. And that just tells me all I need to know about Odell Beckham Jr. For whatever reason, in New York, just something off the field was not clicking. Something behind the scenes was not going good. And I just feel that overall Cleveland, they're dealing with enough dysfunction with their organization, with the front office. Baker Mayfield already is not a grown-up in my opinion. Baker Mayfield needs to learn to grow up himself. If I'm the Cleveland Browns, I look at potentially trade Odell Beckham Jr. I really would, because I just don't think this is going to work. I really don't. I just don't think Odell Beckham Jr. gets it. He potentially could get arrested because of this. This is not a great look, and I don't know, man. I just don't see the production on the field with Odell Beckham Jr. I know he only had 1 year with Cleveland, but again, not saying I would trade him right away, but I would at least consider it. And again, I could get a lot back for Odell Beckham Jr. There's a lot of teams that could use Odell Beckham Jr. right now, that could use a great number 1 wide receiver like him. And I believe that he could go to certain environments and certain organizations that would demand the best from him. That would make him be all about football. And if not, they cut him. Just like the Patriots cut Antonio Brown. So again, this is overall just a mess with Odell Beckham Jr. The Cleveland Browns players continue to embarrass themselves off the field. But again, I don't really kill Odell Beckham Jr. too much for what happened with Joe Burrow, what happened with the whole situation. But again, if I'm the Browns, I would at least try to consider trading Odell Beckham Jr. At least get on the phone with some teams, because to me, OBJ just strikes me as a guy that's very talented, but just flat out doesn't get it. And his actions were showed recently by his actions in the locker room after the national championship game. Be sure to comment where you agree with me and disagree with me. I'd love to hear what you got to say in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video today. Be sure to smash this like button right now if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel if you're new as well. I do post a ton of great sports videos weekly and almost every single day if I can. A fun fact about me is I want to go into the sports broadcasting and media world. I want to become one of the next great sports broadcasters and analysts out in the world. Kind of like Colin Cowherd, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp. You get the point. Okay, I want to do sports, television, and radio for a full living once I graduate from the University of Toledo, a college in Northern Ohio. I currently am a freshman there right now. So the best thing you guys can do to just help me continue to grow as a young broadcaster is to just share this channel with all your friends, because potentially if this channel really gets somewhere, I want to start my own network, okay? Or potentially if it doesn't, or if I fall a little bit short, I want to go into a big time network like ESPN or Fox Sports 1. So the best thing you guys can do to just flat out just help me grow as a broadcaster, help me learn, get other people hip to this channel, just share this channel with all your friends, share this channel on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. Also, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And once again, guys, just share this channel with everyone you know. Get everyone hipped and watching these videos. Get my voice out there and heard. Share it on Facebook, share it on Twitter, share it on Instagram, all that good stuff. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice. I appreciate all you guys for tuning in today. I really do. Have a God blessed day. Stay motivated, you guys, and I'm out.